Why a woman should never play the role of a wife without a marriage certificate. In relationships, many women find themselves slipping into the role of a wife long before any legal or religious commitment has been made. They cook, clean, support, and sometimes even take on financial responsibilities, all in the name of love and the hope that marriage is on the horizon. However, without a marriage certificate, this arrangement often leads to heartache, wasted time, and significant emotional and financial losses. Here's why a woman should never assume the role of a wife before she has legally become one. 1. Emotional and psychological toll. When a woman commits herself as a wife without an official commitment from the man, she is emotionally investing in a relationship that lacks security. She starts to build her life around someone who has no legal obligation to her. This can result in deep emotional pain if the relationship ends abruptly. The psychological toll of giving everything to a man who can leave at any moment is immense and often leads to stress, depression, and anxiety. Women tend to bond emotionally through acts of service and nurturing. When these gestures are not reciprocated with commitment, the woman can feel emotionally drained and unappreciated. A man who benefits from a woman's nurturing without being required to reciprocate in a legally binding way may not fully appreciate her efforts. Many women fall into a pattern of self-sacrifice, putting their dreams and aspirations on hold to support their partner. Over time, this self-neglect can lead to resentment, a loss of identity, and even bitterness, especially if the relationship does not lead to marriage. 2. The risk of wasting precious years. Many women stay in long-term relationships hoping that marriage will eventually happen. Years pass, and they realize they have spent the prime of their lives waiting for a man to propose, only to be met with disappointment. Time is a non-renewable resource, and wasting it on a man who has not made a serious commitment can leave a woman feeling used and unfulfilled. Some men will string a woman along, making vague promises about marriage while reaping the benefits of a committed relationship. By the time the woman realizes she has wasted years of her life, she may feel too emotionally invested to leave, despite knowing that the relationship is not progressing towards marriage. A woman who sacrifices her youth and fertility for a man who has not committed legally may also face difficulties when she eventually wants to settle down. If she is older when the relationship ends, finding a committed partner may be more challenging. 3. The danger of being replaced. One of the most painful experiences a woman can face is investing years in a man only for him to marry someone else. Some common scenarios include: the long-term girlfriend left for a new woman. A woman may devote herself to her partner only for him to suddenly propose to another woman he's only known for a few months. That not ready for marriage excuse. A man claims he's not ready for marriage while enjoying the benefits of a wife, only to marry someone else as soon as she walks away or even while they are together. The reconciliation with an ex-wife. The man may go back to his ex-wife or the mother of his children, leaving the woman who played wife with nothing but regrets. In many cultures, men are raised with the understanding that they can always start over, whereas women often bear the consequences of wasted years and lost opportunities. 4. Financial exploitation. Women who take on wifely duties often contribute financially, paying bills, supporting the man's business, or even taking loans for him in their name. When the relationship ends, the woman is left with financial burdens while the man moves on, free of responsibility. Without a legal marriage, there is no legal recourse to recover financial contributions. It is common for some men to benefit from a woman's labor, resources, and support without reciprocating in kind. A woman who helps a man build his financial stability may find herself left behind once he reaches success. Some men deliberately avoid marriage to keep their financial options open, knowing that a wife would have legal claims to shared assets. 5. No legal protection. A wife has legal rights, including spousal support, property division, and inheritance. A girlfriend, no matter how long she has been with a man or how much she has sacrificed, has no legal claim to anything. If the man decides to walk away, she has no protection under the law. In the case of a breakup, a woman who lived as a wife without legal recognition may find herself evicted from a shared home, left with no financial compensation, and without legal standing to fight for anything she contributed to. 6. The risk of him going back to his ex-wife. A woman who plays the role of a wife for a man who has been previously married is at an even greater risk. Many men reconcile with their ex-wives, especially if children are involved. A woman may invest years into a man, only to wake up one day and realize he has rekindled his old marriage, leaving her abandoned. 7. Potential for infidelity and disrespect. Men who get the benefits of marriage without the commitment often do not value or respect the woman providing those benefits. Since there is no legal or emotional accountability, some men continue to entertain other women to cheat or keep their options open. The woman in that wife role may find herself being disrespected and taken for granted. A man who has not made a commitment through marriage has no reason to remain faithful or prioritize the relationship. He may feel entitled to explore other options since he has not formally settled down. How to avoid this trap? Set clear boundaries. Avoid living together or taking on wifely duties before marriage. Prioritize commitment. If a man wants all the benefits of marriage, he should commit legally. Protect your finances. Never merge finances, take loans, or invest heavily in a relationship without a legal contract. Know your worth. A woman should never feel pressured to prove herself worthy of marriage by doing wifely duties beforehand. Have an exit plan. If a man is unwilling to commit after a reasonable amount of time, walk away. Conclusion. A woman should never play the role of a wife until she has a marriage certificate. Doing so exposes her to emotional, financial, and psychological damage with no security in return. A man who truly values a woman will marry her without requiring her to prove herself first. Ladies, know your worth and protect your future, and don't settle for being a wife without the title.